Andreas is back. Zauberberg Kennels with Zoe from Zauberberg. She's about 4 months old. Introducing the place today. And as always, I'm not going to be talking. I'm trying to create a behavior before I put a word to it, a command, a cue. Here we see Zoe, if you have watched previous videos, has a little bit of a lack of hunger. She is just working on kicking in with taking food for a reward, and it's getting better and better as we go. Yet there is some food on the cart that she just doesn't really indulge in. She's more playing with it, and she has more of a playing mode. Question is, shouldn't you use the play then for a reward? No, I can't, because I can't play as long as the dog doesn't know the rules of the game. It's a totally different story to teach yet. Before we use play as a reward in training, the dog has to know how to play, meaning as in bringing back a toy, outing it, all these features that we need to engage in playing for training purposes need to be learned before we do. So the food is something that it's provided, it's gone, and we are resetting for the next repetition. There's no give it back to me problem, it's just gone. So here I'm trying to feed her, or I do feed her for being on the cot, and here I have been introducing me moving by getting up. Most dogs, when you get up, they will get up or change their behavior or follow you. The goal here is to show the dog whatever I do doesn't really matter. You have to wait until I release you with the free command that you know, and then we can reset to do a new one, a new repetition of that behavior. So I'm just introducing her to being on the cot is worthwhile and is getting paid as much as I can say she feels it's worthwhile. She does, actually, to a degree, but of course you see her goofing around is showing you that she's not totally on the track of obtaining food, even though this is the only food she is going to get. It's all happening during training, so if you don't take it, there's only so much time and so much opportunity for you to take it. Here again, and I couple my getting up moving while she's on the board with her getting treats or getting food.
Treat! Hey! Yay!
The
Super!
free feature works.
Yeah.
She knows that from other different behaviors. Now I'm getting a little closer here and try to bring tension in the leash and then present the treat to get her onto the cot. Important sequence that you need to take note of is that don't present the treat and then bring tension in the leash. That would connect badly to the presence or presentation of the treat. So you pull on the leash first and then you present the treat. And most importantly, it's all happening because it's happening, not because I say so. There's no reason for me to say anything at this point. We're creating behaviors and we want to be as quiet as possible. So all I'm doing here is making connections. Being on the board is paid for. If you would get off the board, it's not getting paid for. If I move, it doesn't mean for you to change your behavior or to get off the board one way or the other, because as I'm moving, you will get food on the cot. So me getting up or moving around has actually or is making a connection that you will get food at this through this picture. So here is something very funny where you see how important the food is or not for this dog. So I'm filling up the dish and I'm trying to end the session by putting it down and asking her to release the position off the cot, so to speak. And she does for a second, but just picks up a couple of pieces and then she totally flips out and engages in her playing activity that she has so much fun with, which there's nothing wrong with it. I'm not going to forbid it, but of course I wish she would be hungry enough to just get off the board and eat. So here I'm ending up taking the placeboard away so she can't even get back on there. And here's my laptop taking a flight because it was plugged in and she played against the cord and pulled it off the table. Everything is fine, but you see that the food is not really her major interest yet. That's why we train with food, because we hope that we can manipulate the food drive and use it.